Do you guys remember where we left off?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Killing
the
something.
entire estate surrendered.
Ah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pathfinder's first edition Mummy's Mask. We are playing the Man from Osirion podcast live on Twitch and on our YouTube channel at Mongers Podcast Network. We are live on the new streaming channel Kicks. We play Mondays and Fridays, depending with different casts and different shows, and we're switching between certain shows every 2 months. So there's a lot going on, but you can always find our videos re-edited, and I don't mean cut, I mean audio improved and re-uploaded to YouTube at Mongers Podcast Network, or you can find the audio edition stripped, filtered, condensed, a little tougher, a little faster, everywhere, and I do mean everywhere where you can get your podcast. You just got to know the name. Type in Mongers, type in Dicewise Entertainment, type in All Guns No Glory, type in The Man from Osirion, type in Abomination Vault's Monster Interrupted, type in We Shot First, type in Jeffism. Maybe.
Watch all our shows.
Watch
or else.
I was going to say, good Lord, Jeff, breathe.
But I digress. Gentlemen, don't seem to have, that's the mysteries of the desert. You don't seem to remember much of where we were and what was going on. And
It's my in-character medical opinion that we're suffering from heat stroke.
that could be a thing.
This is probably true. But I mean, there's very little left for us to have a gander about here. Perhaps we should finish exploring, get a general lay of the land, and go back to the tavern for a couple drinks. It seems like our first foray has been pretty successful. Much more successful than my other forays.
You guys just got back. Like, you just got back and killed the death dog outside.
Yep. No, we didn't just get back. We had come back in the front door and then kind of got beat up, and we're going to go back, and then decided to have a gander and just kind of finish the...
I don't remember anyone getting beat up. I remember you guys kicking butt.
Oh, we kicked butt, but it cost us a lot of resources.
Okay.
That might have been earlier, because remember, we found them, brought them back, everyone healed up, I think, and then we came back here.
Okay.
I think we just got back, we investigated the pool again and the spigot, and then we went outside.
Oh, right, yes. Yes, okay, you're right. Then we came back and cleared, yeah. So we're good. Explore on.
You guys
This
are...
group is very indecisive.
Yes. Good thing you're here. Yeah.
It's
like,
the heat stroke. I keep telling you guys.
I do like the idea of having some drinks, so perhaps I'm channeling my inner dwarf. Anyways.
I got plenty of fluids to drink, but I don't think any of them are really potable. Start rifling through my acids.
I can create water if you need some.
Thank you.
No, I mean, if we're really thirsty, there's that magical spigot. We still haven't quite worked it out of the wall.
Oh my God, I wonder if it'll still work when we've worked it out and we can just carry it with us everywhere and it'll still spray water.
I can literally
what I was thinking.
I can literally do that as well.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
but what happens if you're sleeping and I want to drink water in the middle of the night?
Or like,
Fair enough.
you're going to talk yourself hoarse generating that much water.
Gently nudge you awake. Excuse me, can I have some water? It's weird, man.
And how are we supposed to prank you with a warm water to your hand and make you pee your bedroll if we have to wake you up to make the water?
I just love the fact that the Oracle's willing to so you guys don't feel bad if it doesn't work. He'll just hold it and create water behind it for you. Because that's why the Aiden was going with that one.
It's mystical. Look at this.
You can just see it now. At the end of this adventure, we have thousands, hundreds of thousands of gold and magical artifacts and trinkets and stuff, and we're all arguing over who gets to keep the spigot.
That was really cool.
Desert world, man. This thing's gold.
Never
Taking
had so much
something like
water.
this to Athos.
You can never have too much water. Yeah. All right.
See, you say that, but then I played Skulls and Shackles.
As someone who lives in the desert, wrong. You can never have too much water.
So the scene comes down to the east courtyard. The house of Penthrew is walled on 4 sides, the north of the house actually being a part of the northern wall. There is a crypt that we didn't want to touch on the west courtyard, a giant scorpion that we chased off, a small contained courtyard on the south side, right the front doors, and then the entire east side of the house with several doors in and out. We've come out one set. A picnic table, a dried up looking well, and this shed that we had found a death dog. There is open courtyard, which also turns around back to the front door to your south. There is open courtyard full of small huts and something going on in the back corner. Several openings and buildings all along the north wall and curling around to the east of the courtyard. A stone picnic table, a well. What do you guys want to do? How are your hit points? Let's look up the old... You guys said you got a little beat on?
That was before we rested.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
I just checked mine. I'm full with all of my temp hit points too. So,
All right.
Yeah.
but I will go take a look in that well.
Vex is checking out the well. What are you guys doing?
I'll go with Vex.
And we're behind.
And as Vex is actually seriously looking in the well, I'm going to peer down the well and just go, wow.
Hero point.
Nice.
Give yourself a hero point to use in some other game because we don't have them in this one yet. Force point. Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
Williff, how do you feel about that joke?
Fine.
I'll
let it go.
now that he's part of the Star Wars cast, you can no longer invoke the rule of Joe.
Nope.
He is well AF about this.
Well, F. Well,
I got-
that was good. That was good.
I got a 22 on my perception check. Do I see anything of interest in the well?
I'm just wrapping around my head around the genius of Davis's joke. He's too smart for us. That was fast, man. Come on. Well, AF. Well, if no one saw that.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I'm the only one who appreciates you, dude. They just want to move
That's
on.
okay.
All right.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It was-
No,
it
it
was-
was just,
we've heard the
we got
joke
it, Jeff.
before.
It's just that it took you that long for your brain to register.
Yeah,
I got it right away.
The
was
third
like
episode
11.
he's dropped that one, so
On like
Hey,
a tier of on like a 1 to 10 rating, that was like a level 3 joke, Jeff. Like that was like
I
it was
was-
like
Do you know what I did when you dropped that joke? I gave permission for 2 minis to move while I was I was also
it's all
simultaneously.
smoke and mirrors. Pay no attention.
No,
to me.
hey, I was simultaneously cropping the video in OBS because you can see the HUD display. I was moving the map in the player view to center with the minis. Last thing I was doing was looking at you guys all laughing, so that's why I missed it.
so what you're saying is it was buffering.
Use your ears, sir.
Oh well. So yeah, is there anything in the well?
No. Fuck you guys.
A giant claw comes in.
So what you're saying is it's dry. It came up dry.
Yeah, so did the joke. Okay, I could someone deal with Davis for me?
released the
'Cause he's intimidating
Over
me.
now, Jeff. He's got the high ground.
He's intimidating me. Someone deal with Davis. All right. No, it looks like it's long dried.
Okay.
Did you want to go down it and have from
No.
what you can see? Now,
I'm good with that.
as a Suli, you look human, and Katapesh, but as a Suli, you actually have some genie heritage. Do you have infravision?
Do I have what?
Infravision.
Infravision.
Dark vision.
Dark vision.
Dark vision.
It's funny that you ask that. I don't normally. I have low light vision, but while I'm in my fused form, I have dark vision.
Okay.
And
Which
I
you
am in
have
my
now.
fused form.
Okay.
So your powered armor gives you a better
Yes.
sensory suite.
Absolutely.
And he meant it like that. He ignored the Suli feat where he can enhance his own eyes. It's like, well, I'll use the nanites. Actually has like a HUD display like Halo. Right?
Freaking Guyver.
Yeah.
Tracking.
Guyver, yeah. Tracks everyone's purse, zooms in and shades them red like they're everyone's
Little heads up display. Rich
Not their
bitch.
their weapon. Approximate value. It just appraises things for you with your skill.
That'd be an awesome magical item, though. Like legit.
Peering 60 foot down this 100-foot well. Don't see water. Don't see movement. Just see a lot of dry air, darkness, and dust.
Okay.
A frayed rope hanging from an overhead beam.
I'm gonna pick up a rock, cast light on it, and then just drop it down the well.
See, that's smart.
nice Wonderman.
The rest of us are like, oh, look. The rest of us are like, oh, look, we can see. And he's over here is reacting like it's a flashbang.
Funny enough, dark vision doesn't work like that. It just suddenly things become
Yeah, I
clear.
know.
Yeah, you have color now. So turn up the
Yeah.
contrast.
Yeah. All right. About 100 feet. I'm assuming you're doing the, watch the light, give yourself a best guess. Yeah, about 100 feet.
Okay. Do I see anything at the bottom? Like, is there anything shiny?
No.
Okay.
Yes, actually, there is.
just
There's
a rock.
There's shiny coin. There's a shiny rock. Yeah.
Oh, it's a bright rock, not a shiny rock. There's
That's
a
awesome.
difference.
An oracle with the memory of Dory the fish. Oh, we should go down there. And this guy tells us the future. Oh shit! All right. But seriously, guys, no. The well seems to be a bit of a miss. Good thing we have
Sweet.
that magical spriget. Does anyone want to go
All right,
back
well,
and
I'll
top up?
let some other people take the lead in exploring.
Okay.
Go
As
have,
a
a
Something
seat.
looks trapped.
I'm gonna go have a seat on the bench and pull out my water flask and have a swig and just kind of.
He's taken his Verizian lunch break.
I hear the music from Metal Gear Solid 4 in the background whenever you stop to like spend time or something like that.
There you go.
Bling.
From what you guys garner, there's another stairwell close by, heading back into the house, probably into the kitchen. You guys remember passing a set of double doors before you found the shrine? It's probably
I
them.
cracked it and looked out.
Yeah, lines up with that. But there are buildings and other entranceways dotting these buildings, at least 2 or 3 of them, by the indents of the wall structure. To the
I'll
north of
move kind of a central location.
I'll step forward 10 feet as well.
you. Yeah. Hey, Vex, the other trap guy sat down, so I guess you're up, right?
Yep.
after stating, well, I'll just, okay.
Parisians.
Huh?
You heard me.
Oh, I will cast light upon myself again.
Okay. On your armor, on your weapon, on like just a piece of it, like a brooch, or just curious if you want something removable and tossable, or just something like I glow like the savior of.
It's just I guess the top of or the point of my spear.
Okay.
For Dr.
Didn't
Manhattan
Ragu
there
take
for
his
a minute.
walking stick away? Sorry.
Any chance to have a lightsaber, Aiden? It's just make my
That's my
weapon glow.
intention, but it'd be a force pike, not a lightsaber.
Vroom, vroom.
Still very cool.
So I did that on purpose so we go off. It's not a lightsaber. It's this. There it was.
Yeah, but you trap me, you son of a bitch.
And Gibson waits. Okay, so
No, I moved up.
I know.
Just waiting to move.
Okay.
Mr. DM. I would like to move.
Yep. Piling up, you guys have got a couple choices. There's an open archway to your left. There's a door, solid directly ahead. There's another open archway on one building to your right, and immediately to your right that we're standing beside, another open archway. Small, squat buildings. Considering what we just ran into, I will assume you guys all have your weapons out, except for the alchemist who can just grab anything on his person to make, concoction.
Yes, and me, because my hands are weapons.
Yeah, you're guyvered up. Yeah, I got you. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, or 4, guys. Or leave it be. What do you want to do?
I mean,
We'll go counterclockwise.
yeah, I was gonna say I think the counterclockwise from our closest entry point.
All right.
Sounds good with me, too. I agree.
So, skipping the door that you know goes to back to the kitchen, lined yourselves up, peek your head inside, one guy, all guys, and I'll give you a description of the next room.
We should counterclockwise, right? Yeah, to the shed.
So I'll step up into the doorway. And angle my spear forward so the light just starts to hover inside the archway.
Okay, Oracle in the archway. I see Dr. Vorik posting on the wall to the north, Kazim posting on the wall to the south, and backed up behind him by Wellef, and in the back corner, Vexed Vandal.
I'm ready for like breach and clear tactics. If we see something, I'm just gonna clear, throw the grenade in the door.
Oracle in the archway, that'd be a fun...
Oracle in the Archway
Yeah, it sounds like a novel title.
Right, that's what I was thinking. That'd be
by
very fun.
C.S. Lewis.
This building is much like the last, save no creatures currently visible inside, at least. The room seems to be empty, except for debris, refuse, and some wind-blown sand. What do you do?
Don't throw a bomb.
Move on to the next.
Well,
He just slowly repockets the bomb he had ready. Is that right?
I'm gonna kind of start peeking into the room, sifting around. I'll go into the room and look around a little bit if there's nothing of a threat in there.
Okay.
We drop a perception in the tower.
Yes, please. Is this a look around, or is this the proverbial 2 to 20 minute search?
I mean, I'm just gonna roll it as a look around because I'm not certain they'll wait for me to spend 20 minutes digging through the dirt.
Think I saw something shiny.
But it would not surprise me. Very.
Somehow Welf actually has the rock. We didn't see him go in the well. We didn't see him climb in or out, but he's got the Oracle's rock. It's like, oh, you didn't want it. You don't seem to find anything besides ancient dust and debris.
Okay.
And disease.
Well, I find that everywhere. It's my role-played professional medical opinion.
All right. I'll approach the next archway and have a look inside.
Okay.
The
Pulp a bit
non-golden
following.
arches. Oh no.
No, everybody's trying to move at once.
You guys were talking over each other again, so we got Vex at the next.
We're three stooges shouldering around at this point.
Yeah.
That would be interesting if you could stay in character, like not pure stooge, but like 3 characters that were like based on them.
Stooge-esque.
Stooge-esque.
It'd have
They
to
gotta
all
mix
be
it.
monks. Halfling
Paladins.
monks.
Bards.
So we at least need all the improved unarmed strike feet and improved unarmed or improved improvised weapon feet.
Grapple and exactly. Definitely throw anything, all that kind of stuff. All right. Next up, we have a room chamber. It's a double room. Instead of the 3x3 square opening up, it does, and yet there is yet another small archway.
I will
to
actually
the
take a
chamber.
step inside, and then I will have a look about.
Can I have initiative?
Oh,
The moment he steps into the chamber, the debris, rot, and bones in the room stir.
Did somebody say bones?
So what you're saying is we're entering the bone zone.
Bone zone.
When I'm around, it's always the bone zone.
Oh, God.
What? I'm a necromancer.
Hey, baby.
So what you're saying is they all rise at the same time and utter "Return the slab."
Oh my god! Okay, he just gets a hard on when they all get up. Is this what you're saying?
No.
Just the number I like.
We can work with this. What? All right.
You 10 p.m. You 10
He said he was a
15.
necromancer,
Bring
not a
friend.
necrophiliac.
No, it's a
Dang.
necromancer.
He's an
Necromancer.
I'm sorry you lost your wife and you're both dead. Be at peace.
Look, what is it? The necromancer is actually an old romantic. They just want to raise a family.
I think this is a really dope picture of
It is.
the clothing, the ancient
The
Egyptian
wisps of
style.
hair just make
Yeah.
it super creepy.
Yeah.
That was a really cool one.
Gets up and wants to make new friends. You. Wants to make you dinner. Wants to make you rest forever like them. Whatever they're doing. They're all moving in the three corners. You have disturbed their rest. Vex Vandal, you're a rogue on the street. You know a servant quarters when you see one. These are likely servants that perished during the plague and now are at unrest. At the top of the initiative order, one actually manages to completely get to its feet and then comes shambling towards you. It gets up as a move and it wanders over to you as a move, and it's done. Raising looks like it's the classic skeleton has a kitchen knife, or it has like a scimitar or the claws. This thing has some kind of servant implement that's sharp like a kitchen knife or something, and come at you, but has burned all of its actions as it comes towards you, just like that picture, reaching out a hand and a weapon. Welluff!
Yes.
The clacking of bones. The battlefield is your glorified goddess's present theater. Undead, necromancy, not something new. Not something new to you. Been generations. Soldiers, servants, doesn't matter. The distinct clattering of bones catches your ears, and you leap into action doing what?
I am going in before my initiative. Yeah.
I've got your initiative at 19.
Vex Vandal's at 22.
See him on the board.
Oh, no,
No,
that was
I'm
a
not.
perception check.
Sorry, that was perception. Sorry. My
Yeah,
bad.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I just lay and wait for Vex. Well, good on.
Yeah,
with it.
sorry. I'm just waiting for Vex. I will spring into action.
Get out of the way.
I will
Okay.
move.
Straight through
Into the
friendlies
room.
for free. Yeah, straight through
Yeah.
friendlies for free. This creature threatens Vex's square. Did you want to try to use acrobatics? Like, you know what you're getting into? Do you want to try and use acrobatics to tumble past it into position?
Maybe. Sure, I will try.
I don't know if he'd provoke because he's not leaving a threatened square.
He's
He's
leaving
moving
Vex's
through.
square, which I threaten. This
Yeah,
skeleton
technically.
technically threatens.
But he's moving through it.
Yeah,
Like,
as
he's
soon
not
as-
actually. He's not
sec-
leaving a threatened area so much as he's moving through a threatened
This
area.
skeleton is in the center of the room.
No, I understand. I know what
every square around it. The second well
Joe,
step.
he does threaten. It is an AOO. Jeff's right.
Well, whatever.
Oh, sure. To Obi-Wan, you listen. All right, fine. Anyway, Jesus Christ. It's the action of not getting into Vex's square when he leaves it. It actually technically provokes. Now, yeah, lots of sauce. You know, I burned all my turns just getting there, but technically in my turn in position threatening, well, it's movement. He tracks it and he takes a swing. These things are pretty soft, so I'm going to take every swing that the rules will allow. Now, I do get why it does seem pretty sketchy, Davis, but honestly, yes. Aiden is right. I get to climb.
Claw away.
Yep. I will say this, though. It doesn't get the weapon to bear. It just takes a swing with a claw. ignoring the second one because it just automatically does 2. What's going on here? Claw 4, 16.
Well, the 16 would hit, but
First,
But we're-
sorry,
but we're
4 and
ignoring the second one.
yeah, sorry, 4 and 16. So 4 swing and a miss.
Sweet.
Um,
Man,
And
I would like to do what I want to do. If
now,
I'm there.
normally I don't waste rolls. I bank them, going, oh, I'll use this on the next guy. But I actually see a 1 claw and a 2 claw.
Oh, that's
Button?
his attack action. Yeah, the full
Yeah.
round action.
And no, there's penalties to the one. Yeah. Anyway, never mind. Good news is nothing happens to Willif. Willif, continue your.
Great. I'd like to cast a spell if I may.
Sure.
Burning Hands.
Okay. Would you like to cast defensively?
No.
Now, okay. These guys don't have prone fighting. The other 2 are on the floor and they're just stirring. So I don't think they're going to provoke. Like they're not, you know what I mean? It's really kind of reaching for the DM to go. A hand reaches out and grabs your ankle as you cast a spell because technically it provokes. These guys don't have prone fighting and they're just so no. Burning Hands. Okay. Where do you want to place it?
The skeleton number 2 would be my starting point.
Yeah, so basically
Going
off the top
up.
right,
Yeah,
the
going
top
up.
right
Yeah.
corner of your square, up into an angle, and poof. Okay.
To try to get skeleton number 2 and skeleton number 1.
Oh, okay. Sorry, if you do a direct force in front of you, it gets the whole square and then the back line, which is good. You don't even threaten. Yeah, okay. All right. I will target both of them, and
Sweet.
you cast your spell. There should be a cast or attack button with the spell if you open it up with a magnifying glass.
This is cast.
14 reflex, 10 reflex, a success and a failure. Hit the damage.
Well, lots of damage. 3.
Okay. You roast one of them practically to critical. It's not much left of it at all. And the one in front of you, funny enough, is a little too close. And as you kind of get the brunt of the spell kind of goes through the ribs and out the other side and does more roasting on the guy behind, funny enough.
It's like a shotgun effect.
Too close to the grill, right? Yeah. And that's you, sir?
I am done.
Oh, nice opener. Dr. Zandu.
So I'm gonna move into the doorway south 5 feet,
Okay.
right there. And can I target the space just north of Skeleton 2 and just east of Skeleton 1 to lob a bomb there?
You step into the doorway and you want to go with 1 second here. Here?
No, just north of Skeleton 2.
Oh. Here.
Yep, there.
Okay. I'm just drawing all over the map. Aye. Aye. Erase.
Those are
Sorry.
pretty X's.
Thank you. There's no pinging in
This-
this, you know.
There is a really good grid for tic-tac-toe for this room. I'm just gonna say it.
Yes. And right now they're winning.
Not if I have anything to say about it. So is that okay if I target that space?
Yep, no problem.
Then I am going to lob La Bomb in La Square.
You are adjacent to cover. They are not, so you've got a clear shot. Ooh, natural
Man.
20. Natural 20.
It's not going to do anything technically because I'm hitting that square and I'm just doing the splash damage. So
Let's see. Confirm with a 6. Womp womp. Okay.
it's
We appreciate your careful place bombing. I'm sure they don't want to.
yeah. So minimum damage is 6. Oh, they get reflex saves.
Okay.
DC is 16.
Plus 2 reflex. 18 for 20. And natural 1.
So the 18 takes 3 acid damage and the natural 1 takes 6 acid damage.
You obliterate The
Nice.
skeleton in the north that just got roasted.
Nice.
Skeleton number 2 that's in the center, the one that got up and moved,
Mhm,
takes
mhm.
saved and only takes 1. Is that what you said?
3.
Oh, 3. Okay. Funny enough, because he was already wounded. He too doesn't get obliterated, but goes down in a heap. 1 bomb,
they were
2 skellies.
They were unhygienic.
I thought you could say unheightened. It's like, oh, we're just regular skeletons.
Just regular fellas. And that is my turn.
Okay. Skeleton number 3 goes into servant mode and acts like he's cleaning the wall.
Don't mind me, guys.
No, he actually gets to his feet provoking. From Willems. Willems, beside you, the skeleton claws its way, clinging to the wall like it's something wrong with its legs. And as it rises and stands, it provokes from you.
Sweet. I'll punch it.
Kill it with fire. Oh, I punch it.
No,
All
I'll
right.
just punch it.
All right.
Affect you anyways.
Friends.
Quick, before the Oracle sees what we're doing.
The Oracle just walks in. Guys, why are there piles of bones in here?
We talked about this.
11 misses. I miss.
Too close to the wall, doing a backhand punch, rattling the back of your funny bone. It hits it, but not enough to do much damage. The skeleton gets to its feet as a move action and then just reaches out with its claw. Oh, crap. Never mind.
It's going to get you, Gadget.
Well, no. I see. It was a... Yeah. Reaches out and tries to stab you with its knife, actually, while holding the wall. And with a natural 20, hits you for 22. The curved blade, like a scimitar, has a crit range of 18 to 20 and actually confirms the crit and does double damage. And you take 1d4 plus 1 times 2. This thing climbs the wall. You take your attack of opportunity. It doesn't go all the way up. It doesn't bother standing and just jabs you in an artery in the leg, twisting the knife like a wimpy little servant that it is, and does 8 points of damage, Willems.
I'll take it.
He says it's like a wimpy little servant.
It's not very sportsmanlike. Didn't even stand up before it fought you. Canos, you are up. Vex Vandal, get ready. You're on deck. Canos, what do you do?
I will 5-foot step to the northeast. So I have line of sight on the skeleton. And I will see the bone piles of 2 others. Well, 1 other and the other one's dissolving currently. Single tear will roll down Canos's eye. And then call out, "Enough twice dead, you shall follow us for now." And I will use Command Undead. So give me a will save, DC 14.
Two for 4. Okay.
Okay, it now follows me.
Brand changing its color from hostile to not so much. I'd make him green, but it's just creepy to have like a 6 guy. So I made him neutral. I made him yellow, just so it's like, okay, well, you get the idea. He's not a hostile. Okay. This thing just, I don't know, like pulls the knife out of Willems and then gets down on one knee, starts bandaging him. Yeah, sorry. Vex, what do you want to do?
It's like those freaking Sour Patch Kids.
He steps into the room. What was that?
It's like those freaking Sour Patch Kids. Like, first they're sour, then they're sweet.
Nice.
Well, I'm familiar with Canos's adoration of the undead. So hearing the words I'll give a curt nod, step into the back of the room, and start having a good look around.
Okay, you take one step, everybody tackles you. No! You took one step into the room. Everything happened so fast. Let's say Vex, his initiative got dropped because he looks at his foot, the proverbial stone. I must step on a trap because everything, caught up, right? Oh, there you go, everyone. I'll just look. No! I'll dive at him. Or at least Canas. No, I want it. Whatever's in there. You peek in the back, and it's just another quiet, like a pantry, sleeping, you know what I mean? It's just...
Are there any hieroglyphics or anything?
No.
Typical. They would not put any money into the servants' quarters.
Actually, yeah, there's like scrawling like "We are doomed," "Magical plague." Oh no. Yeah.
Magical plague.
But it's an ancient Osirion, right?
Yeah.
This graffiti is horrible.
We are doomed.
And I'll head out of the room.
The plague of madness has taken us. Well, him. I can still write. I'm pretty coherent. Why would he carve him?
I feel like the transfer student that tries way too hard to learn the language and all the intricacies, and everyone that in the country you're going to speaks only a local dialect.
Yeah, or like really just everything slang.
Oh my god! I spent 6 months in Osirion learning the language. Now I'm gonna die. I'm fucking writing something down. That's what's happening right now. How will you spend your last moments? I'm writing shit down because I studied in this ass of a place for this long.
This asp of a place.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. So I'll have a look around, see nothing of interest, walk out.
Seeing that no other skeletons have popped up, I'll go check it out as well and relay, like, it's not graffiti, man. It's people's, last words. Oh, that's depressing.
Help us.
Yeah. You guys ever see
I'll
Love,
just-
Death, and Robots? And there's the two cheerleaders in the gymnasium.
Put my hands on my hips and shake my head. If only they had modern medicine in the ancient Osirion. They would have known to balance the four humors.
Or humors?
Yeah,
Well-
yellow bile, black bile, phlegm, and blood.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what are the... I thought the humors were bones. We only have two of them.
That's humorous.
You have a, you have
And
you
now,
have a
now we're starting a thing. It's going to be a
Yep.
bit now.
So who's on first?
no. You got a skeleton here from that time that's like waving at the doctor, like, "Go on, I'm learning." Tell us how this tragedy could have been prevented 1,200 years ago. Okay.
Tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Slowly turn your head to the side menacingly 7 times in the same conversation.
Everyone wants to ask Canas. So when these things constantly like give you the finger guns, are you doing that, or they just really like and respect your power?
Or is that like
Sometimes it depends.
is that the undead version of the thumbs up? Like
Exactly. Okay,
Yes.
Is it like a language translation thing?
They just shake their head, rattle, rattle, rattle.
Oh, your
'Cause
teeth are so loose.
Kazim, through dominating last episode with his martial arts, is barely even spoken. We forgot he was here, but he shifted a mini, drawing my attention. Kazim wanders off to the door. Hello, Kazim. There's a door.
Don't particularly trust that undead.
Okay.
It is fun. It's under my responsibility and care.
Yeah, I know you're new, Kazim, but like these guys are like acting like it's nothing. Like the Oracle chided or just yelled at the undead, and it just kind of like, oh, okay, so work for you.
He's like, no. So literally, no. What he did is like, he's walking down the street, sees the undead, and goes, pss, 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 and the undead comes to him. And now he comes home, and we're like, come on, man. He's like, you followed me home.
This one clawed well up, so I told it off. No, stop that.
Are you chewing on plastic? Are you chewing on a party member over there?
I get
You
the
now have to
spray
make
bottle
things
with
right.
create water.
holy water. Oh, please tell me you guys are watching Delicious in Dungeon.
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Oh my god, I cannot spoil anything, but I gotta say that has got to be the most original, cool dungeon crawl I've ever
Oh,
seen.
now you can't spoil anything?
Oh no, I can't. I'm telling you.
Go.
They eat the monsters. They run into this dude that knows how to cook everything. Dude
yeah,
puts,
that's brilliant.
dude
It's a
puts
great concept.
dude puts holy water in a glass jar and swings it on a rope, and because the ghosts are ethereal, when the jar passes literally through the ethereal creature, you are dousing it with holy water without wasting a splash.
Ah,
It's freaking brilliant.
neat.
Yeah. And that's not the best part about how he
that
actually
is
made
pretty
holy
clever.
water.
That is
it's
pretty
like,
clever.
That's really good. It's like dose, let's go. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Like, somebody has played the shit ton of D&D before they wrote this anime. I'm telling you, because the parody stuff, and then they turn it into food. Like, oh my god, it's so. I watched one episode. And we're like, what the fuck is this? And then you get 2 or 3 in and going, oh my god, I want to watch nothing but this anime. It's so funny.
There is
That's
a
good, that's
long
good.
and so there's a long and storied tradition of like D&D influences on anime, starting all the way back with like Record
Yeah.
of Lodos Wars.
Yeah, that's a great series.
So good.
One of my
Old
favorites.
now.
I'm also watching Witch and the Beast, and it's a really cool Sherlock Holmes-esque, like Victorian age with supernatural in it. Mages
Yeah, I
and
saw that. I
witches.
saw a trailer for that one. It was like, oh,
That's
Jeff's
good.
gonna like this one.
Oh yeah, totally good. Yeah.
I only really watched Has Been Hotel recently, so there's that. If you like profanity, lewd jokes, and musicals, you'd probably enjoy it.
Best boss or worst boss is cool.
Hell of a
But
boss.
Hell of a boss is awesome. This travesty, though, Has Been Hotel, is so bad and tries to be hell of a boss so much. Like, it's not. Anyway, sorry.
I enjoyed it. It's a dumb musical and it was fun.
Yeah, I when I got to her singing, no, click. Sorry, and I like musicals. Anyway, sorry. I like to recommend anime. I don't like to dump on stuff that I don't like, especially in the pod. So I will move on. Sorry, but no judgment.
Moving on to the door that Kasim is at.
Okay, one more. Glover, Mr. and Mrs. Smith television
Yes,
series
that
based
looks really
on.
good.
It's not based on the movie. It's literally Gross Point Blank meets Batman Year One. It is nothing
It
like
looks
the
really
movie. It's the Oh, it's so good, so good. Anyway, sorry. There's a door, Drew. Welcome to the show.
Well, I don't know this team super well, so I will wait until somebody goes
Yeah.
opposite of me, and then I
Yeah.
will breach the door.
Okay.
Oh man,
I'll
the
phase through the
skeleton.
wall.
Dr. Zandu.
Just like vibrate into another dimension, slip through the wall. Hello.
Knowledge check to make sure he's not undead.
Knowledge religion. A small granary with a domed roof and a small door in the front sits against the north wall of this compound. Most Osirion residents do not have their own granaries, but with more than 10 people to feed, the Penthrew estate did. The grain was devoured by insects and rotted away centuries ago.
Fascinating.
Rats.
Anyway,
I'm gonna take out one of the vials from my alchemy kit and gather up some of the dusty remains of whatever hundreds of year old decayed and rotted grain is.
sure. So he whaps the door open, stands back. The two of you, the two heads, Kazim and Dr. Sandu, look inside. Kazim steps back, doesn't step back, but leans back. Zandu, head down, get your stuff, right? Step inside the room. Okay. Initiative, please. A chittering noise, and then faster than Zandu could probably react, a swarm of scarab beetles just comes racing out of the
It
granary.
had to be a swarm.
Yeah.
I've seen the mummy. I know what happens.
Okay, it's about time to hurt myself on these things.
Kanas is like,
Oh, this
"See
guy
ya."
is screwed. Just close the door.
How do you defeat a swarm? Feed a swarm like this. Close. That's
You
how you
just
feed
hear-
a swarm.
You just hear
Oh shit! Once again, Welloff ready to leap into action. See ya. 19. Welloff, you were in the other room, still staring at the skeleton, looking at its its healing check handiwork, wrapping your leg. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Okay. No.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I will move to the sound of more commotion. That is it.
All right.
I'll take a look around. What do I see?
Tell me. Anyway, you see Xandu looks like he's preparing a sample or whatever, and then just suddenly gets swarmed the entire area 10 feet, and Xandu is getting covered. They're just walking right up him. A swarm of scarab beetles.
This happened to the, I do believe it was the old man, the old Parisian cleric.
Oh,
I think this happened to him.
The old Kalashite old man Arif?
Yeah. I do believe this is what happened to him too.
He survived. You'll be fine.
Really?
Hey, you know that area of effect spell that you just wasted? Got any more?
I know.
Shit.
It's okay. I got AoEs. It's gonna hurt, but I got it.
All right. So
We can close the door.
we need to think about this, Dr. Z. Closed door. Well, if you come up, you peek your head inside. Luckily for you, perception of this is free.
I know.
Swarm of bugs not hard to, What do you want to do? Anything?
Nope. That's a big nope.
Fireball.
Yeah. No.
Hell no. Okay.
No. Do I have like oil on me or anything like that? Nope. Remember, I got mugged. So
The swarm pours out the door, partially, swarming over all three of you. Half in the room, a lot of them wanting to leave, a lot of them taking advantage of the free meal that's just wandered into the room.
Swear to God, this is where we TPK.
Yep.
Swarm is fun. Where are we here? This mass of iridescent blue-black insects emits a foul stench, and a faint chorus of thousands of clicking and clacking jaws can be heard from all sides. And I believe, if I remember my swarm rules correctly, is you guys take damage. I can't remember if it's on my turn or if you stay during your turn. Probably on mine, I guess.
I believe it's anytime a movement is ended, but I'm pulling up the swarm rules real quick.
Talking myself.
oh, that's good.
Well, if I could endlessly chase you and do no damage. There's got to be damage at least on my turn, if not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Swarm instead deal automatic damage to any creature whose space they occupy at the end of their move with
Correct.
no attack roll needed.
Sorry, at the end of the swarm's move, not the end of the character's
Yes.
move. Yeah, that's what's
Correct.
right. Okay. So it swarms out, pours out over you guys, and does 1d6 plus. The scarab deals 3 points to Wellef, 1 point to Xandu, and 5 points to Kazim as these things just swarm over you, chewing.
That's not that bad.
And
For
then-
you.
I thought it'd be way worse. I thought it'd be more than 1d6 each.
They're in my robes.
They're in my raccoon wounds.
Take a little note. It's not about today. Today's fine. Tomorrow, we shall see how you guys are doing.
I'll love you tomorrow. It's only a day away.
I'll fortitude save you tomorrow. The onset is a day away. Okay. Human skeleton number 3. Where did my patient go? Well, for another room. It waits for commands. I will be kind and say that it waits for Canas. So I'll just change this initiative to Canas's, which brings us to Canas.
Okay. I was actually going to delay my turn until after the doctor.
Sure.
So
If you want.
I'll be at 2 and Skelly Boy will be at 1.
I'll wait like it's nothing we can do. It's all your fault. Vex, Vandal. Hey, look, swarms of bugs. This is your thing.
He goes, ew, and moves back.
Really? The guy that's covered in nanites inside and out? Tiny.
Yeah, the creepy crawlies. Ugh. And I don't know, what's the rules for targeting swarm that's enveloping you for dudes?
You back off 15 feet and strafe 15 feet to the east to the door.
I was going to acid splash.
Okay. This is going to end badly for everybody.
Well, it doesn't actually do splash. It's just called splash. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but it does that. Does it not do splash damage?
No.
That's second edition.
Oh, okay. So a D3 to the swarm. Okay.
Basically, yeah. So I have to succeed in a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
Which is what?
It's just a ranged attack targeting its touch.
There we
attacks.
go.
Okay. What square do you want to target?
Really? 16 misses? Wow. Okay.
Well, Jeff may want to check its touch AC. It may be different, but considering its size and usually swarms are really dexy, it makes sense if it has a really high AC.
It says AC, touch, flat-footed, all the same.
That can happen.
That's weird.
It's just because they're so small.
And high dex usually.
Oh, but a flat-footed and touch are the same.
I will be kind, Matt, and say you're looking for 18, man. If that
wow.
helps you,
Okay.
helps you decide whether to stay or go.
Run
Well,
away.
considering I rolled a 15 and missed, I have to actually literally roll a 17
Now,
to hit.
again, what target did you square?
I just dropped it on the scarab swarm.
Yeah, which square?
I should.
There's 4 squares of me. I got this job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been the
There's 3
back,
people. There's 3 people, right?
the unoccupied square, obviously.
Okay. You're tossing through a doorway and under a roof, so that square has cover. So you might want to be closer for an easier
I
shot.
just want to note he can't actually even affect it with that spell.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think I remember there being something where you had to use AOE's to even hit swarms.
It's the they cannot be affected by any spell that has a limited number of targets.
Oh, right, because you literally said it's not a splash like in second edition, so hence
Right.
no area, no, yeah. Oh, he's trying.
Well,
Okay.
That's all I got. Good luck.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I'm assuming 16 doesn't hit any of y'all.
No.
That he's got to throw through.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
16 would hit me.
It would hit me.
But if he takes the penalties to his attack, which is the -4 or whatever for shooting into melee and or cover, then he doesn't have that risk.
That would. No, I would say that would still hit me.
What I'm saying is
man.
there
I know.
shouldn't be the possibility.
We'll say neglect on my part, Matt. Yeah. Mention I was talking about the penalties for the cover, but Aiden's right. There's more penalties that you need to take to take a
To
clean
even,
shot.
yeah. Yep, that's fine. I missed.
Okay. Kazim.
I think out of reflex, I would try to hit it with my mace.
Okay. Do you have knowledge of nature?
Yes, I believe I do.
Okay. Can I have that up front? I appreciate the role play, but because you're the ranger, you might run into swarms before. You know what I mean? You might know swarm 101.
Yep.
Okay. You draw your mace, you raise it high, and then you realize, no, that's not going to do anything. You need to get out. You need to move.
Okay.
The free recall for first edition kicks in, right? And I do really appreciate the role play, but yeah.
Yeah, I knew I probably wasn't going to do anything. Let's
There?
move. Let's move right next to Vex Vandal to the south.
Okay, so straight through Canas, back off 15 feet. These things don't get any kind of attack of opportunity, whatever. You just scrape as you go and try and get most of them off, right? You still got bugs on you, but you need to be in the heart of the swarm to take that kind of damage, which they kind of hive mind stick together. So you're all right. You get out of there. Still mace in hand, lifted high. And anything else? Another move,
Just-
standard, get a spell.
No, I'm just going to pat myself down for a little bit, try to shake him out.
Okay. You are the source of knowledge for this. These guys are not, so far, have not reacted like they know what they're doing with this thing. I don't know if you want to spend it, because you can send a standard action to warn enemies, and you get to relay lots of, you get to foil ambushes and, start relaying. So,
Yeah, I'll spend a standard action to do that.
okay.
Hey
So
guys, a single single melee action won't work. Try large area attacks. Which I don't have.
Dr. Zandu, the guy with large area attacks, is standing at point blank.
So,
What do you do?
quick question: does this swarm have the nausea effect that some swarms do?
No.
Okay, good. I was just making sure. I didn't.
No,
want to
and I
not do
appreciate
a
your
roll.
honesty.
Yeah, I didn't want to not do a roll. So
No, this is one thing I don't like about onset diseases is like, and it get, like a day or two, the DM will forget, the players will forget. So I made
So,
like a little clip about,
I was going to say, technically, to contract it, we still have to have a fortitude save as well.
oh yeah, but the onset time is a day, so I don't technically need to call for them for a day.
We still take it initially too, because then we wouldn't have contracted it if we passed. Because then otherwise you would automatically just contract diseases every time.
But yeah, but usually what you can do is when the onset time, right? So it's like, okay, oh, I see. You're talking about bite first and feel bad later.
Correct.
I usually wait for you're thinking of did I get sick? Antibodies up front. I'm thinking about antibodies later. Like, okay, day in, make your fortitude save. Do I pull through? Yes, I got sick, but I'm fine.
There's actually two sets of immune systems in real life. There's passive and active. The active one stops you from getting sick in the first place. But if that one fails, then the other one activates and takes a few days to kick back up and then starts to kill the virus.
I'll take the forts up front since Cat's out of the bag.
Because the way it works in the game is you do have the initial fortitude save when you first are exposed to it, and then the onset time is for when it starts triggering. A poison would be every round, but the disease would, if it's every day, then every day you get another fortitude save. If you start failing, then you start showing the
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Anyway, the three of you that were onslaughted that I damaged, I would like fortitudes.
Let me check an ability of mine real quick.
13 for Kasim.
Success. Kazim.
That's a 11 for me.
Fail.
Dr. Zan. So cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna 5-foot step out of the swarm.
Hang on, still waiting on one fort save.
I know. Somebody's going to have to either roll it for me because Fantasy Ground's closed.
Oh, okay. On your brand new computer.
Huh? Yeah, it wouldn't be mine. There we go.
Been doing that to me lately. I'm actually surprised it hasn't happened this evening.
Well, if 16, you're fine.
Sweet.
So yeah, I'll step back and I'm just gonna drop wait. Sorry.
There we go.
I was trying to fish your mini out of the pile and help, but I realized it's the other one. Just keep going. Don't mind me.
I'm gonna drop one of my bombs at my feet, in my square, because it's the only way I can hit it without risking the splash damage reaching around and hitting one of my friends.
Okay, so why not hit the square next to you?
Because it's gonna hit me either way.
Yeah, but that way you only take splash damage as opposed to 100% damage.
I'm just dropping it.
It's all
on
the
ground.
same, right?
I'm not throwing it at
You're
myself.
not the target. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of square 0 as target 0, right? So, yeah, I got
Right. I still think I need to hit a target number 5, but still.
you. That's okay.
Um,
Go ahead.
Trying to find the roll.
I could argue though, you drop something at your feet, concentrated whatever, alchemist fire or whatever. You take full, man. You might want to just target the square next to you.
Okay.
What are you actually throwing? What is
one of my bombs, my actual alchemist bombs, because
Okay.
they have the highest. It's the same technically, but this is not a resource that gets used up permanently.
Some emails later, smack the square next to you, and poof, it spills over onto you and your new buggy friends. Doing how much?
Well, we both get reflex saves.
Okay. The bugs want you to go first.
I got a 9, which is a fail.
We failed terribly.
So
3.
I'm gonna take 6 damage, and I think because it's an area of effect and it is hitting multiple squares of the swarm, they're gonna take 1.5 damage. which would be 9 damage.
I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about multiple square damage. What?
Well, okay, no, it's the fact that it's an area of effect spell,
Yeah.
or effect, and it's hitting a swarm.
Right.
When swarms take area, they're supposed to take extra damage from it.
Oh, because it's their vice. Yeah, I got
Right,
you.
yeah.
The eyes, Jeff. Just
I may have explained it very poorly. But
when Joe finished his statement at first, your eyes just went wide as you were just trying to process it. It was so funny.
Oh, okay. I'm just using my bifocals because I'm an old fart to try and read rapidly. Because I'm looking for special qualities: immune, damage, save, disease, paralysis, attack, space, distraction. I'm not seeing vulnerabilities on this one. But most-
It's just an overall swarm thing.
Swarm traits. Yeah, sorry. It's in the first part. Swarm trait. Okay. So pull me swarm traits.
a swarm takes half again as much damage plus 50% from spells or effects that affect an area, such as a splash weapon and many evocation spells.
Okay. So you've done the 6 to yourself,
Yes,
and I take 9, 6,
correct.
3. Okay. He goes, boom. He Darkwing Ducks himself. Minor explosion, big puff of smoke, and disperses
Covered in bleach.
a big chunk of fire. Swarm. Covered in bleach?
It's because my alchemist bombs are like acid, so I'm just kind of like messing around saying it's like incredibly high grade cleaning product. So
Okay. Canas. Oh, sorry. That's it for you, Doctor?
yes, that's it for me.
Okay. Canas.
Okay. So you said it's like a granary with like a bunch of like dead plants and stuff in it, right?
No, the grain's been eaten a long time ago. Oh, there's some rotted grain in the bottom, yeah?
Okay. So I'm gonna snap my fingers and cast spark on it, trying to set it alight and burn the scarab swarm.
What?
Okay. Yeah, Xandu's like also right in there.
Yeah, I'm aware. I wanted him to step out of the room,
Okay.
not go
fair weather
further in,
friends.
but
You know,
that's
'cause
fine.
we were shutting the door. At least we're making eye
Karma, you have
contact.
any idea how many times he's been blasted with his splash damage?
Oh, yeah. No, that also
It's like-
occurs to me.
Camaraderie thing.
The first thing that entered my head was like, you guys didn't want to make eye contact. It was like, sorry, you closed the door. Like, Canas is like making eye contact, holding up his fingers and going,
It's like he's Roy Mustang and I'm Envy.
oh, shit. Okay, so Canas, what do you got for us?
I mean, so it does the bales of hay, or whatever's left, does have to make a DC 13 Fortitude save. I don't know like object statistics for this actually.
Well, it's not fresh grain. However, it's the fact that the door is closed. If it can keep a bug in here, it can keep a lot of the gas and some of the ignitables. Even if it's rotting, it's fermenting. So I don't know if I could argue a bonus or a penalty. So we'll go with par, because I could see this being more or as flammable or less. But for right now, all right, 14.
Okay, so that does save, so that negates. So it does not catch on fire.
Okay.
So standard action to cast, move action. I am somewhat aware of swarms, and I'm running way past Kasim.
20 feet.
Sorry, I
out?
tried.
Yep, 20 feet south.
Tried to kill
And
you.
as I'm going past, I'll just yell at the skeleton to get in there and attack the bugs.
Wouldn't that be a waste of a skeleton?
Delaying action.
Oh, yeah. I guess he's like keeping them busy, right?
Yeah, or they'll just ignore him because he's
Okay,
a skeleton.
Can you command this thing for free action, or do you need to take
Yes.
move action? Okay. Roll Ray Reggie. 5, 10, 15. And it doesn't enter. Like, do you tell it to go into the room?
No,
Or just
it'll
attack? Okay, so it gets in the way and just attacks. Starts whacking away. Okay. Und now we bring you to round 2. Well, F.
All right. I would like to move. Run away.
What are the size of these? Like, are they tiny, fine, or diminutive?
Says it's a swarm. So like each individual vermin. Oh, fine.
Okay, gotcha.
Fine vermin swarm.
Because tiny swarms will take half damage from slashing and piercing weapons. Fine or diminutive are immune to all weapon damage. So, just trying to figure that out. There.
Sweet. I would like to move directly back to like the well.
Yeah.
Well, getting them off as much as I can.
Yep.
I have fought these things before. This is bad.
Yeah. Not to mention that the skeleton is like in your way and stabbing into your square, trying to get bugs. Like, get off me. Okay.
Not just me.
Just straight out and okay.
Straight out.
Straight in, straight out.
Okay. 50-50. Stay in here with a fresh meal or chase the meal out. They want to leave, so they basically.
I can outrun them.
Yep.
Oh, you guys.
A natural creature, shunning the supernatural. There's no flesh on him. He's just bones. We make contact to him. The necrotic energies, they don't like it. They move past him and go straight on to Kazim.
I can see even like a couple of the scarabs like
Vex.
bite into his leg bones or something. Oh, there's no marrow. Come on.
Reminds me of that Simpsons where the zombies go and like look at Homer Simpson's head and they're toss it aside. Nothing there. See, they know a good meal.
Like
Right here.
they thump on it like a cantaloupe.
Vex, Kazim, good move, but not far enough. The swarm just crawls endlessly, moving a mere 15 odd feet, re-swarming upon you. Can I have you re-up those fort saves? They attack. They miss Kazim, but hit
7.
Vex.
11.
I mean, they technically hit both.
Yeah, it's automatic damage.
Auto hit.
They just swarm. That's how swarming do.
Oh, I clicked the swarm button and it started rolling d20s, which I'm kind of surprised of. Interesting.
I would
Maybe
say
for-
that's just fantasy grounds.
It's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
Fantasy Grounds' way of assessing an attack to them and then doing damage.
Someone's taken the code for since it's telling me like knife +4, they wrote in swarm, and if I hover over it, it actually rolls a d20 where I'm just supposed to hover over the damage. Yeah. Anyway, but that was fun. Got Kazim's hopes up there for a minute. All right, they missed me. No, they didn't. Oh shit.
I tied my robes tight so they can't get in.
Vex
Takes
Vandal.
a bite out of my temporary hit points.
Yeah, absorbs. They start chewing on your nanites, and your nanites are like, hell no. Kazim takes 2 points of damage, and you guys re-up your saves. Kazim fails. Vex Vandal fails. We'll get back to y'all tomorrow, along with Dr. Zandu, who failed earlier.
It's okay.
Move and a swarm, and that's a me. Bringing us to Vex Vandal. Kazim, get ready, you're on deck. You do Vex.
I'm going to run. Oh, that didn't work. I can't click myself.
Serpentine, they're like crocodiles.
I'm buried in the swarm. I can't move. Thank you.
Yeah,
Run
sorry.
away.
Accept your fate. See you all next week.
Sorry. I would like to full move. That's double move. So was that 50 feet from where I was?
What is your movement?
30.
Okay, so if you double move, you get 60.
Double move, I get 60. So as far as I can go from where I was, which I believe is close to the end.
2 more down.
Yeah, I was going to say that's only 50, man. You can do that here.
Okay.
Oh, they must have the fear spell effect again. Look at him go. This happens to him a lot.
Nope.
Damn it, make me zoom out on the map because of Vex like leaving.
Guys, there's very little I can do to help in this instance. But whatever the doctor did in that room seemed to have done something.
He is Speedy Gonzalez, the voice and the feet. Look at that.
Wow.
Andale, yeah.
There we go. Kazim.
I will follow suit, but I will go towards the door when we originally came in as a double move action. And yeah, spread out.
Spread out. Spread wide. Serpentine. There you go. Ranger knows what time it is. Dr. Zandu. Oh, good. They left. You can just close the door, take your sample, take your time.
No. It's up to me. I do what I do.
Okay. You sure? Because, like, Knas tried to kill you.
Yeah, but...
Knas is coming to kill me.
I kind of deserved it.
Yeah,
You're kind of a dick. No one's adventured with me before. I always went it alone.
I mean, he
Bombs
really
were never
did
a
set the
problem.
tone for that.
Yep.
It's like, oh, oops, splashed you. Oops, splashed you again.
When he writes, when the guy labels his bombs as sorry and oops, and throws them. Yeah.
Oops, my fingers slipped. Snap.
I'm just like throwing it in slow motion. My bad.
It says sorry in
so-
like 10 languages on the label.
I'm going to chuck it in one of these two squares directly to the west of the swarm. Doesn't matter which one, really.
Okay. Did you want to hit the
do-
back
do-
one so you're not ruining a perfectly good skeleton?
Yeah, that's why I'm targeting one of the two squares to the west. Because either the back or the front, it's only got a 5-foot splash area, so it shouldn't hit the skeleton.
What's up and running on this map?
7 to hit.
Okay. 18 is my AC.
That one. That's where I'm targeting. Did you see me circle the square here? Or highlight the square?
Yep.
Okay. So that's where I'm tossing my bomb. I got a
Okay.
7 to hit the target number of 5.
Okay.
It gets a reflex save.
Sploosh. 20.
20,
People-
it passed. So it's going to take 3 plus half again, so 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's rounding down all the time.
Yeah.
Make up a feat. Round up. What's that for? It's for my bombs. I don't have to suffer this rounding down crap
Look.
anymore.
Eventually, I just get more dice, and the minimum increases because of that.
Well, they do take a notable much of damage, but there's lots of these bugs left, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Sadly ends.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Knas.
Okay. All right. Well, lighting on fire didn't work. Let's try the other way around. I'm gonna cast create water on them.
Okay.
So I'm going to dump. I think it's 2 gallons of water on. Oh no, 4 gallons of water.
Okay.
On them. So just try and slow them down and mess with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's standard action, and then move action, run away.
You will find me much more susceptible to out of the box thinking when you guys are practically out of options, like right now. Like if everyone had a burning hands, I'd be like, what are you doing? Just do the math, right? But you're literally frantic. We have very little to affect, and now you're thinking out of the box. So I think you will find your spell effect possibly interesting, if somewhat effective in at least slowing them or confusing them. Drop 4 gallons of water on the swarm. Woof. And it does the same thing you do when you drop a bucket of water on ants or whatever. They all just stop and flounder for a minute and try to, what the hell happened, right?
I can't smell anything.
Yeah.
You washed away all that fear stank.
Yeah, we're so sorry. We've calmed down now. We're very sorry. They formed these words. Oh, wait, we didn't mean to be so aggressive. Canas runs. The skeleton continues to slash away futilely, which brings us to round 3. Wellif.
I would like to continue moving to the south.
I like how this otherwise not incredibly meaty or very damaging creature is just scattering our party. Swarms, man.
Here I'm saying parties of 3 or 4. I'm like, 5 from Mummy's Mask? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure.
So, real quick diversion. I've run the one-shot adventure Crypt of the Everflame a bunch, and it was like one of the first ones they released for official Pathfinder.
Oh, I've run that. I like that, yeah.
Yeah, and it's got a little bit of everything in it, traps, different types of creatures and stuff. But there's like one room where there's like 2 swarms, and every party hates that room because most people aren't carrying around enough tools to be able to deal with swarms. And then they eventually release the Alchemist, and people that play Alchemist are like, whatever, man, it's fine.
So levels 1 to 3. Are they 2nd or 3rd level by the time they get down there?
No, by the time they're swarmed, they're still 1st level.
Oh, shit. Okay. It's been a while for me, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Wellif. 90-degree turn past Kazim, the open door, and into the dry. Yep. Into the dry water pool, because apparently water works, because look at that. He, turns the faucet on, right? Water is going to save us. The swarm.
Man.
Okay. It's stunned, staggered. I know stunned is penalties. Staggered is I can only take a move or
Stunned
attack.
Stunned is they lose like their whole action.
I'm gonna say staggered. It takes them moments to recover, and they don't attack, but they do try to right themselves and make heads or tails perception wise. Natural 1. Oh, we can't smell shit. Yeah. They just seem scatter a bit, try to reform. They're just really out of sorts. He's literally knocked them on their asses for a round. Vex Vandal, what do you want to do?
There's really not a lot that I can do.
He ignites his water bottle. What?
What are you drinking?
Go, Dr. Vioric! Keep throwing that stuff!
Has
it's
anyone
great!
Does anyone have alcohol on them? Actual booze?
No, I do not.
Okay.
You.
Check the
Look,
brains.
I haven't got my Jesus powers yet. I can't turn it into wine. It's only water.
God, Jesus was just an oracle.
Is there anything I can do? What is Energy Strike? Nope.
It's turning your arms into an energy source, so you get the extra D4, D6.
Elemental Assault.
I think it also just
So
adds elemental damage.
flammable.
I have a
Okay,
plan.
yeah, no.
Hopefully.
That's fine.
Do you move?
Nope, I
Vex?
cannot do anything. I cheer on the doctor.
Runs to the back of the floor. It's almost like a football field. He runs to the far goalpost and then starts cheering you on, Doc.
You got this!
Kazim at the door. Wellif goes sprinting past you. Thanks you for your kindness.
I will stay at the door for now.
Okay.
Maybe put away my weapons.
Just like
Good
leans
choice.
against the door frame. Huh, look at that.
How's it going, guys?
No, he's staying. He's distance, keeping in play, putting his weapons away so he can use his hands for ulterior stuff. No, I'm thinking that Drew here is lining himself up for MVP.
I might have an option potentially. We'll see.
I played with you for over a year now. I know you got something in that Homer head of yours.
Is that all my actions for putting away my weapons?
Move to put them away, or well, kind of like per thing. But what do you got? Like a spear and a shield, or just shield? Spear.
It's a mace and a pick.
Oh, okay. I'll let you double down. What did you want to do otherwise?
I wanted to pull out my torch.
Sure. I'll allow that.
Okay.
Unless there's something very specific in black and white that's like per item, Aiden. I think it's gray about pulling weapon or weapons.
So I actually think to sheath the weapon, it's a standard action. To properly stow a weapon.
You just want to drop it, it's a free action.
That is true.
It depends if you respect your weapon or not.
Thought drawing and putting stuff away was all move actions in this system.
Oh no, it is a move.
If you're gonna like put it in your backpack and put it away, yeah.
Right.
But if you're just gonna put
I
it in
was
your
thinking
personal-
about pulling something from a like a container is a standard action.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
No. Where's your torch? Is it on your person or is it like in your gear? Because
I think I would have it in my gear.
Yeah, because anything
actually,
in the
yeah.
backpack could always be at the bottom when you're digging, right? So there's your standard action. All right. However, put the weapons away, begin digging. That's fine. Intent is clear. Which brings us to Dr. Xanadu.
So, real quick observation of the area the swarm is in. Do they still look really wet?
Yes, those are real pom-poms that Vex is waving in the air, calling your name, Sultry. But, oh, sorry, what?
The swarm, are they wet? Not the audience.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I got moves, but I don't think they're that good.
It's
So,
not the entire swarm, though. That's the thing. He makes 4 gallons of water. He has to pick a square. He dumps it, tries to center it, but pretty much targets a square. That square gets whooshed with a bunch of water. They all get splashed. So one quarter of the hive mind is like immobilized. The rest are kind of like trying to reform their numbers.
Okay.
With what's left. I figured that it's worth at least delaying around for the action that he tried. So yeah.
I just want to make sure. Can I target a square adjacent to the quote unquote one of the squares that is soaked?
Sure.
Okay. Then I will do that and toss a bottled lightning.
Ah, okay. So I'm thinking the south square, like see where Canas is, right? I'm thinking he targeted the bottom left square.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
That's
know
fine.
you know how you went adjacent at the top, you go adjacent at the bottom. Yeah. All right. I'm liking this.
So yeah, I'm targeting there.
Okay. Now,
and
as much as I'd like to up to your percentage, classically, like there's the flaming sword or there's the I heat my sword, and it's usually like it's not usually always a D4 or whatever. They're usually like 4+1 damage.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the damage is technically the same. I'm just using the bottle of lightning for hopes it might do something extra or thematically.
Not only am I going to let you round up, I'm going to give you an additional +1. I like this.
Okay. I'll work with that.
I will cap your damage at +1 and let you round up.
Okay.
Yep. Playing into natural, you know.
So I hit the target 5.
Okay.
It needs a reflex save.
Another 19 for another 20. This thing only has a
Okay.
reflex of, wow.
So if my base minimum is 6, it gets the +1, making it 7. Cutting it down in half for the success makes it a 3, but rounding up makes it a 4, then makes it a 6 for the 1.5.
Yep, I'm cool with that. Okay. Sparking, frying, popping like popcorn, a whole bunch on that one corner. The swarm is struggling to recover. It still has hit points, and as long as it does, it will act as a fully powered swarm. If you can get this thing down enough hit points, whatever bugs are left just scatter, but not just yet. However, we seem to be making the bug thinner. Bugs a lot thinner. You know, they still act as a swarm, but it's not like a blanket. It's more like, oh, I can see gaps. I can see legs moving, not just some massive swirling, 5 deep and, that kind of stuff that you usually get.
Right.
You're making progress.
I'm also going to move. One.
I particularly like how you capitalized on somebody else's idea. Water, electricity, as opposed to like, you know what I mean?
So I'm going to move around.
Okay.
And I have 5 more feet, and I'm moved there. hoping it won't be able to get further away from me and get closer to my friends.
You think it's going to go away from you?
Well, if it's going to keep chasing, I'm basically removing the potential chance it's going to keep chasing other food sources.
Okay.
He's taking one for the team. That's very heroic.
Gotcha.
I've splashed my party enough with bombs. I can take a swarm.
Okay.
Very good. He understands amends.
So that's my turn.
Starting to like this region, are we? Canos.
There still sort of like some electricity left over in the water that's still kind of like sparking a bit.
That's pushing. I'm going to say no.
Okay, fair enough. I gotta ask. All right. So,
But I got to hear it.
Combo.
What are we going for here?
oh, I was gonna drop another create water on a
Okay.
different square and see if I could have it arc, or have my skeleton put his metallic thing in it and then try and zap.
easy.
You know, if we get high enough level, you and I are going to become real fast friends because you can make or control undead, and I can implant bombs in them.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna create water again because that actually.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of my eyes getting really wide again. Okay.
did Kasim pull out the torch?
No, he's
Okay.
literally like just getting into his pack, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yes, I will cast another create water on the bottom right corner of the scarab swarm. Because that's all I got.
You know what? Still gray area about move action placing a single weapon. Because if you can walk and draw weapons or a weapon.
It should be questioned, Kasim, do you have the 2-weapon fighting feat?
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a
Yes.
good way to call it. Yeah, you put them
Then,
both away.
yes, technically, I believe if you have the 2-weapon fighting feat, you can use both as part of the same action.
Yeah. So what Davis is going for here is, as opposed to me, I'm always kind of ruling like core, and the feat you could, but a regular character could not. So we're not setting a precedent. Like Vandal couldn't put 2 weapons away as a move because I said you could. You have the feats. You're used to it. So you actually, Canos, correction, as a standard action, he's fished out his torch. He hasn't lit it, but he has it out.
Okay. Then instead of creating water, snap fingers again. That torch is gonna light.
There you go.
Nice.
Do you have a range? Do you have a range on that?
I think it's 30 feet.
Okay.
Let me. 25 plus 5 per per 2 levels.
No,
Second level, so
it's-
30 feet.
He's only about 20, 25 feet away. I'm just double checking because if this is like a 10-foot radius, you're like, oh, shit.
I still have my move action, so I could run closer. I just didn't want to completely abandon the.
Speaking of your move action, did you want to use it?
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at currently.
Okay, and that's you?
Yep.
Okay. Skeleton continues to slash inefficiently. Wellif. Oh, look at this. There's a nice basin here. These people were rich. This is like a 15-foot by 10-foot tub basin. There's a spigot on the wall that gives off, according to these guys, hot and cold. They talked about it all the way here. And they want to know if you can get it off the wall and use it. Oh, that's interesting.
It is interesting, but
Mhm.
What am I going to do? A big whopping nothing right now.
Oh, yeah, no.
I will just wait to see what happens out there.
He's sitting down back against
sitting
the
down,
inside
just-
wall of the tub, holding his gun, going. Yeah.
You know, I will say, at least the party members have enough faith in what's happening right now that they're not just leaving us to our devices.
Most of us.
Most of us. Well, I know
Hey,
2 of them. The other 2, I have no idea what they are. They die. They die.
Because he did say spread out, right? So hide and seek. That's what he heard. All right.
Yep.
Okay, that's you.
That's me.
Okay. Swarm. Congratulations. Yes. it most happily takes you as bait. And 1 second. Let's just target you. And you take 1 point of damage, and you're already, I could do the fort save again, but you're already, susceptible. So,
Right. I don't think it's like poison where being re-exposed makes it more potent. I think it just
no, it's a disease. And Bex.
How high is the shed?
It's your standard 8 to 10 foot roof. These things have a natural climbing speed, right? So they just go right up the wall, man.
That's true.
Like they tidal waved up and the sides of the door frame, out, around, and then back down onto the ground, like just that sort of.
I'll just
spread,
move over closer to the doorway that Kasim's standing in.
What you doing?
And I will. Oh, you know what? What's the range on that? That is something I can do. What is the range? Touch. Cool. So I will touch Kazim and cast guidance upon him.
Reaction consent.
I mean, it's a pretty good touch.
It's something. Oh, Kazim, please do better.
Rub a little harder.
Oh my, Kazim.
he just leans in. The Varisian is showing us up. Stop him. Meanwhile, I'm like ugly crying, throwing all these vials.
And that's me. I will guide him and end my turn.
Hit the saxophone too late, but that's fine. All right. I like the ugly crying. Die! Sploosh, sploosh, Kazim. Hey, look at that. You pulled it out, and it sparked on the inside of your sandpapery leather pack and lit like a match. Oh, look at that. Pull it out. It's already lit.
I'm glad it didn't light when it was in my backpack.
That's actually a cool invention. Line your backpack with something rough, get that actual dried material, which is a match, and powder it on the end of your torch. Then when you yank it out, you just, there you go.
Yeah, or if you're fighting with it on your back, it lights inside and then sets your back on fire.
Spontaneous combustion, man.
Well,
Okay.
that's the DM fun side of my invention, but yeah, okay.
It was such a good idea on paper. Our company will never survive these lawsuits.
Everyone's lined up in front of the Church of Adbar where you guys have your money demanding recompense. Kazim, looks like you've taken off in a sprinting run.
Yeah, so I moved 10 feet north of Canas and
Zipping
I'd
down
like-
the stairs across the courtyard, heading back towards the swarm. You're about 15 feet from the swarm, and you do what?
I'd like to pull my silk rope from my belt. And I want to start tossing it on the ground in front of myself. So my thought is I would use the torch to start to ignite it to create an area effect of just a little bit of fire damage if it comes towards us.
Okay.
Like you're making an impromptu campfire.
Silk rope
Right.
doesn't burn easily, though. Do you have any oil to douse it with?
I do not.
Because like
I mean, if
soaking.
you had oil to douse it with, you could just throw it on them and then light that on fire.
True. But I think he's trying to make a barrier, not a bomb.
No, I like it. I dig it. Is there any
Yeah.
like wood scraps kicking around out here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good thinking.
call out for flammable things.
Oh, yeah. I didn't drag him out of Monday night for no reason, guys. Drew's good. He's new. How long have you been playing? Year?
Probably close to a year and a half now.
Yeah. And you started with second edition, and we got you to first edition?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, you move, you get the rope going, you got all these ideas. Dr. Zandu.
Gonna 5 foot step out of the swarm.
Okay. Yoink.
Rinse and repeat by targeting this square. directly to the east on the north side of the swarm.
Okay.
West.
I'm going to say that you've fried a lot of the wet ones, and what's left is the 3/4 dry, and
That's fine.
other.
I would just use my regular bomb for this one.
Okay.
13 to hit a DC 5. It needs reflex save.
It'd be funny if you guys can't catch on. They think you need glasses. Like you never actually hit your target. You're always throwing off. It's like, dude, he never hits anything. Boom. Reflex. Ooh, 5. That's better.
So they take 9 damage.
Okay. It's just so many 20s in a row. Are
It's fine.
9.
You know what?
9.
Yeah.
Oh,
9
nice.
acid.
And it's an acid bomb, so it's not like an actual explosive impact force.
Well, there's probably a little bit of concussive force because it's a bunch of liquid just exploding out, but it's not like it's massively explosive.
Okay. He does 9 damage, blows the crap out of the swarm, and what's left of them that don't blow up just disperse in every direction. Bunch go down the well. We'll be back.
We'll start immediately casting Create Water above the well.
Oh, I thought you were looking
Try and drown them out.
I thought he was going to like immediately start summoning like undead beetles. I want them all. They're all mine.
Oh,
After he's got like
into the
10
bathroom,
after he's got
grab
like
the spigot, stick it into the wood, just turn it on.
after he's got like 40 gallons in there, I'm just gonna drop my other bottle of lightning down the well.
Don't waste it just in case there's another swarm.
And we'll see you all next time.
Thank you, Doc.